The military is wrestling with two competing portraits of Army Staff Sgt. Robert Bales, a talented soldier who served with distinction during 3 prior deployments to Iraq. A father to 2 young children, his wife here in green and his sister-in-law told reporters at the end of the hearing their faith in Bales remains unshaken.
Much of the testimony was painful, even heartbreaking, but we are not convinced the government has shown us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about what happened that night.
By contrast, prosecutors paint the picture of a killer operating with chilling rationality. 2 fellow soldiers testified that they drank whiskey with Bales at Camp Bellenbay, a small U.S. base in Afghanistan's Kandahar province. He left his friends at 11 p.m. At 1:30 in the morning, a private told the court he heard gunfire in a nearby village. A villager testified via video link from Afghanistan that he saw a man clothed in U.S. military fatigues and a T-shirt burst through the door of his home and open fire, hitting him in the neck. A 7-year-old girl testified she hid behind her father. He died. The girl was shot in the leg. 4 people were killed and others wounded. A guard at the base testified that sometime after 1:30 in the morning, he saw a U.S. soldier return from the north, the same direction as the village. At 2 a.m., Bales woke up a fellow soldier and told him he had, quote, shot some people up. He added, take care of my kids. 30 minutes later, another guard saw a U.S. soldier leave through the main gate, though he could not identify Bales. At a second village, another bloody massacre. The mass carnage there included women and children, some violently stabbed. Some of the bodies were piled into a room and set on fire. A total of 12 killed in this village. 9 of the dead were children. None of the victims, though, could positively identify Bales, and some said there was more than one gunman. At 3 in the morning, Bales was discovered missing from camp. According to testimony, a search party was just leaving the base when he returned, wearing a makeshift cape and covered in blood. Fellow soldiers testified that Bales said, "Did you rat me out?" and "I thought I was doing the right thing." The case inflamed tensions in the war-weary nation.
We demand from the court in the United States to give the death penalty to the U.S. soldier who massacred the civilians.
The defense says Bales suffered from a traumatic brain injury and was in an altered state that night.
We need to know what it means when somebody is on steroids, alcohol and sleeping aids. What does that mean about his state of mind?
The defense argues that there are discrepancies in the prosecution's timeline as well as how many shooters were involved. U.S. investigators also could not reach the shooting scenes for 20 days because local villagers were furious with the Americans, a sentiment that has bubbled below the surface in the ongoing drawdown of U.S. troops in Afghanistan. Kyung Lah, CNN, Los Angeles.